Hi there. Well, I'm back on this pasture and I can't believe it. My first hole, I haven't even plugged my speaker in yet. There were loads of signals all over the place. This one was slightly deeper. I've just dug it out and it's another of these boy bishop tokens that I find up here, and a really nice one. I mean, we are in the area to find these here. I mean, it's East Anglia. I mean, they're all over the country, but mainly here, and it's in absolutely beautiful condition. The annoying thing about these is that once you clean them from all the dirt and sand, you lose quite a lot of the definition of them. So they're almost at their best when they're like that. God, what a start. That's my first signal in about 2 minutes of being here, which is disastrous, because it means that I probably won't find anything after this. Sometimes I think it's best to mark the first 2 or 3 signals you come across in the day, come back to them at the end. I can't quite believe this, but I've just filled in the hole of the boy bishop token there, and as if to prove a point, I thought I'd dig this just to prove that it's all ring pulls and foil and stuff. I filled the hole back in just so I could show you. This was so shallow, I honestly can't believe my luck. It's almost like someone's dropped these on purpose. It's a tiny silver coin. Lost it now. There wasn't much I could make out on it, but I think it's Celtic. I can see a horse. God, within 2 minutes, a boy bishop token and a Celtic silver unit. I've never found a Celtic coin on this ground. Don't quite know what to say. I'm speechless. It's not in the best condition, but I think we just better go on. I slightly need to steady my nerves. might have to go back to headquarters quickly, but so I can catch my breath. Well, I'm going to have to start live digging again. It was back to business as usual for a while, ring pulls and bottle tops. But now this, very, very shallow, and it's a really lovely hammered coin. It's an Edward. I can see Edwardus or Edouard. It's a long cross. It's in lovely condition, and it is London mint. This is a really fabulous piece of pasture. It's big and there's no rhyme or reason to it now. You've just got to dig everything, and that means a lot of ring pulls and a lot of rubbish and a lot of foil and a lot of hard work, but it also means that. How amazing. What a fabulous morning so far. Well, that doesn't sound that deep, does it? But then that's not a bad thing. Mind you, there are a few shells here and cartridges. I think there was a bit of army activity, obviously during the war, maybe camps and training and stuff. Everything I've found so far today has been in there. Well, that's quite nice, I think. I can see it already from here. Yeah, it's a little buckle. Lovely. And like everything else in this field, it's in really lovely condition. It's a little spectacle one. I can just feel with my fingers where the the iron pin would have been. A lovely little thing. Very nice. And the sun's coming out, hooray! I've got my gloves off, warming up. So I'm not doing this particularly scientifically, and it's one of the first really spring-like days. I'm having a really lovely time. This pasture is too big. I don't know where I'm really coming or going. I'm not really in the mood to grid it properly either. That's quite loud, but that sort of thing hasn't been too bad today. I know I keep saying that. I don't want this channel to be political. It's hard not to, though, with all the awful things happening in the world at the moment. It's nice to get out and just forget everything. I mean, it's terrible, really terrible, and I don't know quite what to think. I think we're bloody lucky to be far enough away from it for the time being. God knows what it would be like living in the shadow of that madman. Well, on first looks, it looks like a bit of lead, but it's very flat. I'm not gonna, it can't be another boy bishop. No. But it's that sort of shape. It's disc-like. That looks like it's been made for something, whatever that something may be. It's got stuff on it. Definitely old. And I've also just found this. And while nothing groundbreaking, it's a jolly nice piece of bronze, I think, pierced bronze. I mean, it might just be waste. It looks a bit wasty, but who knows? Two not very exciting, but very old pieces. The ones I've been digging like this have been those little 2.2 rifle rounds, but you can't ignore them. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's got nice depth to it. Still going down, or rather it's down and round. I get it completely wrong. There's the one in there. There's something here and there's something still in there. God, this day is honestly drives you mad sometimes. That's the tiniest piece of lead a long way down, which means this is probably the same. Nope. It is it never ceases to amaze me, this pasture. It's a Roman coin. And in the tradition of Roman coins in this pasture, and all other coins and all other artifacts in this pasture, it's in beautiful condition. And it is a emperor facing left, which usually, in my experience, means it's one of the commemorative, Rome or Constantine commemoratives. But no, I don't think it is, because it's got the altar or whatever on the other side. So I think it's an emperor. And we'll easily find out because it's in good enough condition to get an idea of that. Wow, what a day. My God, Roman, Celtic, medieval, post-medieval, what a day. Well, this was a seriously scratchy signal from a very long way down. Well, not very long, but it's, you know, it's the depth of the pinpointer. I've seen it. I haven't completely sorted it because it looks really unusual. It's all knobbly. Christ, I think this is serious. I think it's a Roman ring of sorts. It's got maybe not Roman. It looks like it's got a saint on it. Wow. Certain things, especially if you've been lucky enough to be finding really beautiful coins, that's all wonderful. I mean, you couldn't want for more. But then to find an artifact like this in mint condition, it's a ring. It's an absolutely stunning ring. God knows what date, how old. Yeah, it looks like it's St. Christopher, I think, with the infant Christ. I think I might have to have a little lie down, just take all this in. Well, I think we really do have to properly go back to headquarters for this one. Look at that.
Hi there and welcome to headquarters, where we've got to have a little look at this ring, because it's all very good, as I said, finding coins and things like that, and really lovely, fantastic. But medieval artefacts and ancient artefacts do come up less often, and to find something like this in this sort of condition is really, I mean, completely fabulous. I did manage to research it. It's a medieval ring, not Roman, and as I thought, it's a very naive St. Christopher. There is one on the portable antiquities scheme which I managed to find, and that dates to the 15th century, and it's very, very similar to this. The difference being that mine has 10 baubles. The one on the site has 11, and the reason it has 10 is because it's a rosary ring, and I know all about these because I'm a good Catholic boy. Each of these 10 is to keep count of one of the Hail Marys, you would say, and the 11th, or the icon in the middle, in this case St. Christopher, was for your Our Father. So it was like a rosary, but on a ring. And I believe that when rosaries were banned, you know, due to the Protestant Reformation and things like that, they didn't like you praying to the Virgin Mary or the saints. I don't think these were, or they certainly weren't, listed as one of the banned things. Anyway, it's a medieval rosary ring, and you can see it shows very naively, you can see Christ's head, the baby Christ's head there, and St. Christopher beneath it. Hi Tasky. And so that is just, I mean, that just completely made my day, and it's still making my day. I mean, it's absolutely, I'm still a bit speechless. Just a really, really wonderful thing. And very quickly, and I've got to be quick because otherwise this video is going to really overrun, this little Celtic silver unit. It's not in the best condition, but it's Iceni. And I've never found an Iceni before, but I was in the right neck of the woods for it, being on the Norfolk-Suffolk border. It's an antid type, I think, well, we can have a quick look. After Antidios, AD 10 to AD 30, it's a little silver unit. You can clearly see the horse on one side, and on the reverse is supposed to be a couple of sort of crescents, and you can just make them out, but not very clearly. This is not in the best condition, but it's a really lovely thing to have found. Anyway, Tasky, come here. Come on, up. I'm about to go out with him now. It's the first time we've been out for a while, but I've got a couple of fields I want to check out. They're not going to be particularly productive, but we'll have a good look anyway, and he can hoon around till his heart's content. Where I've just been now, in this video, the cows are still up there, and there's just no way. But hopefully you'll be seeing me with him very soon. So we'd better get our skates on and back to the fields.
It just goes to show how badly I get it sometimes. I worked out far too late in life. My first impressions of people is terrible, and people I think are really nice don't tend to be, and those who I think are complete, you know what, tend to turn out to be really nice. And it's the same with fields. The first time I came here I thought, this is rubbish. Didn't find anything, a couple of modern coins. But and ring pulls. Now I'm taking it nice and slow in a small area. There's loads coming up. I'm just not a very good judge of character, obviously. Nice. And I'm not worried about it sounding nice and loud and not being deep. It doesn't matter a jot. You'll dig up a lot of rubbish, but you'll... And I found a couple of quite nice things I'll show you anyway. If this is no good. It is quite close to the surface, but the hammered coins I'm finding have been close. It's a silver button. Not very old, I don't think, but I think that is silver. And it doesn't weigh very much. So probably not after all that. And amongst other things, I found an Edwardian penny. I don't find that many of these. I mean, a late Edwardian penny, Edward VII. I mean, I can count on one hand the amount of pennies I've found of his. 1907, nice and early. And then this tiny little thing which proves the dais is working. I thought it was a watch winder, but I don't think it is. Don't know what it is. A tiny little hoop with a sort of something on the end of it. Anyway, I'm going to keep going, not for much longer, because even though I haven't been here very long, I just feel a bit exhausted. I just rather need to stop and take everything in. It's a bit like fishing. Once you've caught a couple of nice fish, I don't like going on. I don't want to keep thrashing the river for more and more. I quite want to just stop and just, you know, leave a bit of this for later. Well, what an absolutely cracking day. I've got a really iffy one to end on. And I've just found something rather wonderful, but broken, and it's half of a penannular or an annular brooch. I thought it might have been, all it was that, but then you can see where the actual pin would have fitted in to have gone round. Can you imagine if that was whole? What an absolute beauty. And then this. And I don't know how old it is. I suspect sort of medieval, post-medieval. I think it's either a strap end or it's something to do with books. It's a book clasp. And it's a lovely design and really cool as well. And I also just found this. God, shame it's not whole either. Look at that. Don't know if that's Roman or medieval, but must be one of the two. Lovely. Second ring in a day. Cool. I'm absolutely cock-a-hoop about this field now. You can have too much of a good thing. I'm calling it a day because I just want to come back really fresh to do some more rather than keep on bashing away trying to churn things out. But let's have a listen to this and see what you think. And then that's it for me. Whoa! I really would put my mortgage on that being a 2.2 cartridge. I've dug up loads of them today at depth. Could be still. Whatever it is, it's nice and deep for an iffy target. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Whoa! It's a cut. It's a cut half. There it is, look. What a brilliant way to end. Oh, I'm thrilled. And like everything in this field is absolutely immaculate. I can see a scepter. What a way to end, what a way to end. Thank you very much for joining me, and see you next time.